Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your video for June 1st to 15th, 2020. This is a general reading focusing on what is most important for you to know during this time frame. So if you want to formulate a question, by the time we get to the outcome card, I will answer it yes or no, and also tell you some potential outcomes. So the first cards we're going to be looking at that jumped out of the deck are the current situation. So we have the Seven of Cups and the High Priestess that came out here in the present situation. So Seven of Cups is kind of having lots of options. It's like looking at different options. It's kind of like being in a little bit of dreamland here, focusing on a bunch of different things, kind of lost in imagination or maybe fantasy about stuff or dreaming about things. And then with this High Priestess here, it's basically reminds you, or you're using your intuition, kind of trying to gain some inner knowledge here and just kind of create some knowing around certain situations, using your intuition maybe to make decisions here, Aquarius. And so we're going to look at the cards. Oh, we had two that flipped over. The cards that are influencing you right now is the Nine of Cups and the World. So you're wishing here like for a new beginning. So a brand new cycle beginning and a wish to come true. These are very positive cards influencing the situation. So you could be thinking about your wishes, your dreams, and you could be considering travel in the future, this kind of thing. But it definitely is the end of a cycle, and you're wishing for an end of a cycle here. And then what is in the past? What are some of the past issues that you've been dealing with, or the basis of the situation here, Aquarius? So we have the Knight of Swords and the Hermit that came out in the base of the situation. So there is, there could have been some fast moving energy, some quick changes, and you've had to go in and do some inner reflection, Aquarius, and try and look to yourself for the answers. This is also the card of, you know, self-isolation, which is coming up quite a bit in some of these readings, considering the current circumstances. But here there's been some quick, sudden change and some quick, sudden truths that have been revealed in the past here. And you've had to go in and look to yourself for inner guidance and wisdom here with this Hermit card here. That is in your past issues. And now what's in the immediate past, so what is just directly behind you. Goodness, goodness, goodness. We've got these cards coming out here. We'll use these ones here. Got quite a few cards coming out for you, Aquarius. So we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is basically kind of deciding on your future. You have you're looking to the future ahead. The Hierophant, you could be dealing with some institutions, big banking institutions, can be healthcare institutions, but could also be commitment. So you could be moving away from a commitment here or a set way of thinking. Basically, these are, you know, people that people that are set in their ways, and, you know, conformity, and just that being being kind of religiously about your practices and stuff, committed to certain values and ideas here. So you could be moving away from some sort of commitment and looking towards the future. And what is your overall thoughts about the situation? What are your overall thoughts about the situation? Let's see what some of your thoughts are about the situation. Ask for some a card here to show us your overall thoughts and attitude about your current situation. So the Seven of Swords reversed. So you don't want to be sneaky here. You want to be honest and forthcoming. You don't want to take more than basically what's yours here. Your overall thoughts is you just kind of want to be fair and with your current situation here. Make fair choices. And coming up in your immediate future. So what is about to happen, Aquarius? Coming up in your immediate future. Whoop. One flipped over this. So coming up in your immediate future is strength. So the Strength card reminds you to have compassion, kindness. It does remind you that you have the inner strength required to face, and sometimes it can be surprising how much inner strength we have here with this strength card coming out here in the immediate future. So you might be showing your strengths. And what are your fears regarding this situation? All these choices and new beginnings and potentially your wishes. What are your wishes? Trying to figure out, you know, what are you wishing for? So, but your fears around the situation, you have the Magician. So you potentially could be, the Magician is, reminds you that you have everything you need. So you could be fearing that you don't have all the tools you need to succeed. You may not feel that you have everything that you need to put in place what you want to see to come to fruition here with this Magician card in your fears position. So you're afraid that you won't be able to manifest your wishes and your dreams, and you know, this fresh new beginning here is your fears. You won't be able to make it come true. And so how others are seeing you, or environmental factors that's influencing this situation from June 1st to 15th, 2020. We'll be looking at a card for that, Aquarius. So June 1st to 15th, 2020, what will you be, what are you feeling, or how others are seeing you? So we have the Ace of Swords and the Emperor. So this is truth. So this is truth and clarity, a fresh new, kind of a fresh new start with clarity and truth. And the Emperor is standing seated in your power, kind of, you know, like ruling your kingdom, kind of standing your ground. And the Emperor also is an Aries card, so you could be dealing with an Aries here. We also have some cups, so it could be water signs as well. Cups and swords, everybody's here, I think. But this here is just, you know, kind of feeling powerful, feeling like you have clarity, feeling like you know, you have the ability to make those decisions and clear choices based on your clarity of thought here with this new beginning with the Ace of Swords. And so the next position we'll be looking at are your hopes. So what are you hoping for in this time frame, Aquarius? What are your hopes? Got quite a few major arcana here in this spread. So there's quite a few here with the World and the High Priestess, Strength, the Emperor, Magician, Hermit, the Hierophant. This is major life changes for you here. This is something that is pretty big for you. And you have the King of Wands in reverse. So this is a masculine energy, represents fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So this, you could be dealing with one of those. It's a masculine energy. This is really not to, you know, your hopes is you just maybe don't want this this individual in your life. You don't have any passion for it. Your hopes. I was just gonna get the clarifying cards on this. So you basically hope to stand your ground and be able to plan a new future without this energy here of this King of Wands, this person that, you know, starts things, maybe not to finish them so much, kind of has a tendency to kind of look around, and very passionate person, but has a tendency maybe not to follow through with things. And so you're hoping you'll be able to follow through, looking towards the future, you know, envisioning your future and standing your ground to get those wishes fulfilled. Here are some of your hopes. You hope you have the strength to stand your ground. And so the outcome card, we'll just get an outcome card here to come out here for you, Aquarius. So what is the outcome for you during this time frame, June 1st to 15th, 2020? See what the outcome is for you. We've got two cards that come out. We have the Moon and Justice. So I would say yes to your answer. But here, this is, you know, the Moon is like heightened emotional times. There, you know, you may be feeling some emotions, but it reminds you kind of not to jump to conclusions and the Justice card, there will be justice. So there will be a righting of any wrongdoings in the past here, so that this will bring balance and justice to a situation that potentially may have been, it's just not clear. There's confusion around a situation. There's no clarity, but with this Justice card, they'll be bringing some justice and clarity to the situation. And so we're going to just see what we have for advice for you, Aquarius, during this time frame. So again, 2 more major Arcana cards. So quite a lot of Arcana cards here. So Judgment. So here you may be required to make a choice. Make a choice. This is a card, though, of karma. So just know that, you know, karma will be served in this situation. And with the Judgment card here, you may have to make a choice in a situation. So, and we'll just get 2 more cards of advice. So the Hangman, you have the Hangman. So the Hangman tells us to look at things from a different perspective. Maybe just slow down and, you know, have a look. It reminds us not to be a martyr as well. So, you know, try not to be a martyr in the situation. And just try and look at things from a new and different perspective here with this Hangman. Lots. This is a big, maybe a big time for you. There's a lot of major Arcana cards coming out in the spread for you, Aquarius, today. So let's see, 1 more card of advice for Aquarius for June 1st to 15th, 2020. 1 more card of advice for Aquarius. Just 1 more card of advice here for Aquarius. We'll see what our advice would be for Aquarius during this time frame. There we go. So we have the King of Wands. So with the King of Wands here, again, it's showing up twice. So this is a major influence as well with this King of Wands. So this fire sign of Aries, Sag, Leo. This is kind of reminding you to follow through on things. You know, you can have passionate ideas and stuff, but maybe a little bit of follow through is required here with this King of Wands, and a little bit more stability and grounding, and maybe less looking around at all of these options that first came out. So, you know, it's okay to have options, but it's kind of stay grounded and look at things from a different perspective when you're making your decision. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. If you like these readings, please like, share, and subscribe, as well as let me know if it rings true in the comments below. And I will see you in mid-June.